Misuse words, don't they?
Like how?
Oh,
They misuse.
those are even funnier. The misused ones, of course, are well, nobody around here does it too much, but my wife's folks are terrible about that and just misuse half the English language in the nicest kind of ways. Smitty has an aunt that has a cockerel spaniel dog, and she has a son that raises black anguish cattle. I love that one. And another one's a highway petroleum. I mean, those words come at you, and they're so near to right. It's like the first time I heard a man say bullnozer. He said, I'm going to have a bullnozer dig out my pond. The word sounds like it. That's what he means, you know, bull rooting up a place and everything. And the backhole digger, I always like that one, because that's what it does. It digs holes, and it's the buckets and back and so on. I never will forget. Had an old man had an antique store, and of course they're always interesting anyway, and their little table he was trying to sell me the marble top, and he went up and he slammed on that thing with his fist hard as he could, and he said, this thing is as stout as a rocket of Gabriel. And it sounded right to him. You know, he'd never seen Gibraltar, but he read Gabriel, or about Gabriel in the Bible, I guess, or
It's
something.
those guys the guy went turkey hunting with his kid.
Oh, that one I told on stage that time? There was this guy that cut wood for me, and he had a son, great big strapping son, like most of these kids that grew up in the woods and work in the sawmill and everything, just as strong as the day was long. And he took up turkey hunting. And there were a lot of turkeys around where I lived, and when they brought my wood one morning, he said, Mike, he said, this is amazing. He said, I shot a gobbler just before I got to the turn of your approach. And he said, I blowed his head off and went up to pick it up, and it was gone. He said, that ought to be in the World's Book of Genius. But his dad said, son, you got that wrong. That's a World's Book of Genesis. And I had to keep straight face, you know. If I was going to wear a good name in the community, I couldn't be laughing at my neighbors and everything. But those were neat misuses of words.
What was the one you told me we were driving about 3 in the morning that lady said to you about her husband?
Oh, yeah.
I about ran off the road.
Said he'd had a cerebral hemorrhage of the heart, and they'd put him on auction. You know, you didn't know whether to send a get well card or bid on him.